actually like physio endorsed too. They're like, do Pilates. Beautiful.
Wow, I'm gonna find our casual posies.
Do you want more cushions behind you? Yeah. I watch videos back sometimes, I'm like, wow.
So Jesinta, we've got a similar story to tell in terms of finding Pilates through our fertility journey to get pregnant with our kids. Moving on into pregnancy, I know for me it was amazing. In fact, literally one of the only things I did. How did you find it being supportive in pregnancy?
Yeah, so I was the same. So I spent probably the first 12 weeks feeling really, really unwell.
Yeah.
And then the backaches kick in, you start to feel all of the changes in your body. And I went to my physio, and she said to me, you have to keep up your Pilates throughout your pregnancy. You'll just feel so much better. You'll feel more supported. It hopefully will reduce separation, ab separation. And when I did it all throughout my pregnancy, and then when I went for my postpartum checkup with my physio, she said, you can tell that you did Pilates throughout your pregnancy because it's helped you now. It's not about bouncing back, but your body has now the strength to come back to where it was pre-pregnancy. So yeah, and I think as well, you get so uncomfortable when you're pregnant. So making sure that you're keeping up that strength training and you're supported in that way is really important.
Especially with your first pregnancy, I think your body's changing so much and you've got no idea what's going on or what's about to come. To be able to have something that you can feel that you can still do and feel empowered,
absolutely,
was so crucial for me. I found.
Yeah, and just even moving your body. Some days we didn't even do much. It was like just the intention of showing up and doing something for yourself was, I think, really helpful. And there's so much going on in your body. Just to even just have that session to go, okay, ground myself, have this time to myself, process a few things, and take your mind off it as well.
Yeah, absolutely. And then coming out, so postpartum journey, did you incorporate Pilates very much? You know, how have you found it's changed for you?
Yeah, so I think if I had a reformer at home, I would have done so much more. That was my biggest barrier, honestly, in getting back into anything after having my babies. It was so hard just to find the time to do the dishes or the washing was hard, let alone pack all your gym bag and the baby bag, get in the car, deal with a screaming baby, deal with nappies, deal with poo explosions when you get there. Then the baby's crying and you're like feeling like you're interrupting everyone. You know, it wasn't very easy to get back into it postpartum. Had I have had your reformer sitting in a room or my lounge room, I think I would have done so much more. It was just a big barrier for me having to leave the house. And also, I felt very vulnerable as a new mum. Like it was hard for me to leave the house. Didn't really want to leave the house. The four walls that surrounded me felt like my little safe space.
Yeah, absolutely.
So I wish I did more because I then fell pregnant very quickly after giving birth to my first. But it just wasn't that easy for me. It was hard.
The fact about convenience when you have kids or you've got lots of responsibilities that you're being pulled in left, right, all different directions is so crucial. I was lucky enough to have a bed at home and it's not lost on me how grateful I was. I mean, everyone says, sleep when the baby sleeps. I mean, you never do.
No.
So
no
to
one
be
ever
able to
does
just jump on the bed for your 10, 15 minutes, 20 minutes. It was never as long as you'd like because baby never sleeps, you know, 45-minute blocks or whatever they say they will, was critical. So it's part of the reason that really drove me for the business is that convenience and being able to just take your time back. Because everyone's day is different.
And also that leaving the house when you have a baby is so hard and it's such a mental barrier as well. Like if I had to leave the house to do anything, I would start thinking about it like the day before, all the things that I had to do. So as I said, I wish I just had it in my lounge room. I would have done so much more and been better off for it because I struggled in my second pregnancy because I had a 1-year-old and I was pregnant again and I was just like, I just didn't have the time and I had lots of back issues. I had lots of issues with my pelvis that I didn't have in my first pregnancy. And I knew that was because I wasn't taking care of myself properly. So yeah, I think for mums, it's all about convenience.
Absolutely.